Hi, welcome back to Kat's Mortgage Tips. My name is Kat Frisbee. I'm with Equilend, and today we're going to be talking about the do's and the don'ts of the mortgage loan process. So there's about 5 do's and 4 don'ts that I'm going to go over today. First, you want to go get pre-approved. That's kind of what we talked about in the last video. A pre-approval lets you know how much house you can purchase. And it gives you an idea of how much you need to have in the bank to get your, for closing costs, down payment, that sort of thing. Gives you an idea where your credit's at and things like that. The second thing, you're going to want to create a budget. You're going to look at your expenses and think about how much am I comfortable paying per month for my mortgage payment. If you're renting currently and you know that your rent is doable each month, you might want to stick with that amount. And if you think that you can add in a little bit more, you might want to go a little higher than that. If you want it to be less, you just got to think about how much is comfortable. The other thing is, once you get the pre-approval and the number that goes with the house you want, you can say, hey, that payment works, that payment doesn't work. But at least you'll have a better idea of where you're at. The next thing, ask questions before signing anything. Feel free to ask any questions. If something comes up and you're like, oh, I don't know about that, ask. It's fine. We're not going to hurt you or anything. It's a simple thing. I know sometimes it can feel like, oh, I don't feel like I should ask. Oh, these are stupid questions. No question's too stupid. No question is stupid. It would be great to ask those questions of me or whoever you go to for your financing. So even after this video is over, feel free to comment on this post if any questions you have. Feel free to reach out to me in any way. Consult your lender before a job change. That's another, please do that. Changing jobs in the middle of trying to get a loan for a home can cause some problems. It doesn't mean you can't, but please talk to your lender first before you make that final decision. Just to make sure you're doing it in the way that works, just to make sure that it's going to not cause a problem with the loan process. The other thing is be organized. Gather all your paperwork. There's going to be tax returns, pay stubs, other documents, driver's license, social security card, things like that. Be organized with it and make sure when you make copies, when you email them, that they're legible, that you can see all 4 corners if you take pictures of them, but where they're readable. And the documents usually have to be from as a PDF format, or if it's a screenshot of some sort, make sure that the URL is on the bottom of the page. That always helps with your documents. Okay, then that was our do's. Then we're going to go over the don'ts really quick. Don't overextend your budget. Consider expenses you have on top of the mortgage. So consider car payments and credit cards. You don't want to overextend right before you get a mortgage loan. So keep those cards low. Don't go buy new furniture and thinking that, hey, I'm going to buy a house, so I need to get this stuff. It's way better to do all that after closing day, after you sign those documents on closing day. So if there has to be something, please talk to your lender before you do it. The other thing is, don't overlook the true cost of home ownership. Think about things like, if you're renting or in an apartment, you have a landlord. They take care of a lot of things when it goes wrong. When you own a home, if you're going to have anything repaired, renovations, things like that, those are out of your pocket. There are some home warranties you can get. Your realtor can help you with that. A home warranty that can help pay for your appliances if something happens, but Sometimes there's a little struggle to get them to pay, I think, from what I've heard. But at the same time, your realtor would be the better one to advise you on that. And property taxes, insurance, all of those things add up. As a lender, we usually structure the loan where the property insurance and taxes are included for probably 95% of our loans. That way, the money collects in what's called an escrow account, and the lender pays those for you. So when you're paying your monthly payment, a little bit of that a lot of that every month goes into the escrow account and accumulates. And then when those bills are due, your taxes, property taxes and insurance, then the lender pays them for you. But do consider that these costs are going to be on top of the principal and interest of the mortgage payment. Don't open new lines of credit when you're getting ready to buy a house. Anytime you have an inquiry on your credit report, that's going to show up and it's going to lower your score a little. Sometimes you don't have that room to lower it. And so even after you get pre-approved and they pull your credit and it comes up with a win score, then you go and get a credit card. It might lower it to where you can't, you just want to make sure and not open those if it's an emergency. Talk to your lender, like I said. Just make sure they're aware. Hang on a second. What happened to my page? Okay, there we go. And then for the last thing, don't miss or make late payments on bills. I know when you're in the process of buying a house and you're packing and things can get awry. Missing payments, late payments, especially the mortgage payment. If you are in a house currently that you're selling to buy a new house, if you're missing things like that, then it can really mess up your chances of getting the loan. So not necessarily going to pull credit again, but a lot of times it does happen where for some reason we have to pull the credit again, and there's been a hit because of getting those credit cards or missing a payment or two, and it can actually cause it to where we can't get the loan or where you won't be able to get the loan. So just a few do's and don'ts. If you have any questions about anything we talked about today, please feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Kat Frisbee. I'm with Equilend. My phone number is 214-949-3560. Feel free to call or text. My website's Katlens Texas. That's KATLENDS.com. Would love to hear from you. Comment on this video. Send me a private message. There's many ways to get a hold of me. Would love to talk.